Drama indeed for Peter Brock, whether or not they needed another lap for him to turn off, or whether to get back into the back of the pits.
The great question here, Mike Raymond, is whether it was a wise move sending him out. Now, they needed the time and said, we don't want to waste time, we'll get ready for you. But he's got to go right round the track with a car that obviously is losing a lot of water. And now the dilemma facing Peter Brock is whether he's going to ruin that motor in this one lap, 6 kilometres to go. He's losing a lot of water. It looks like he's hit someone or something. I suspect, in view of his past record, he's got caught in the traffic and been damaged in another car.
And besides that, at that same time, Dick Johnson has now put a lap on Peter Brock. There's Johnson, who overlapped that bunch, which included Peter Brock.
Well, Brock won the race by 6 laps last year, but I imagine now he's not saying, well, I've got 6 laps to spare. He'd be a very worried man. Mr. Cool of motor racing. But things aren't going well his way, and of course we have Kevin Bartlett with even earlier troubles with his...
Oh, we've had another bang, and there's at the race.
That's the leader. Dick Johnson. Now, whether Dick has been hampered by the rescue truck here, which is out on the track, but he has gone into the fence. Dick Johnson, the leader, he's broken the left-hand front suspension. You can see by the way the car is leading down. Now, a rescue vehicle has been out to bring in one of the damaged vehicles. The officials are running back. I rather think that Dick came round the corner and found himself with an impossible situation. You can see them stimulating the flag marshal, saying, for heaven's sake, wave the flags. There's Bobby Morris came in, almost collected the front of the car, and the field is pouring through. The marshals are out now, waving down, trying to slow things. There's a rescue truck there. Johnson, the race leader, is out of the race. I can't see he can possibly fix it. And a very disappointed Dick Johnson walking through. You can see where he's hit the fence. He's broken the front left-hand side of the car. And within 5 minutes, we've lost Kevin Bartlett in the pit for several minutes, Peter Brock with a damaged front, and now we have the race leader, Dick Johnson, into the fence and almost out of the race.
That is unbelievable. Unbelievable set of circumstances that has taken out the 3 leaders inside of 10 laps.
The message we're getting back from our camera position there is he'd hit a rock. Now, whether it's a rock that's been knocked onto the circuit, whether someone's thrown it down, there are no rocks on the track, but that's the word we're getting back from the track. That Johnson has hit a rock. Now, the camera point crew are saying, yes, he's hit a rock. We must try and find out what sort of rock, but he's gone into the fence as well, as you can see, which has done the damage. But something has thrown him out, and you can see where he's gone in.
Well, what dramas. Boy, Alan Moffat out of the race. Kevin Bartlett with rear brake problems. It's cost him a couple of laps already. Peter Brock done some damage to the front of his car and is going to have to come back in for repairs momentarily and has lost a lap, or had lost a lap, down to Dick Johnson. And no sooner did we say that, and here's Dick Johnson out of the race.
There's the tender vehicle. Good.
Oh, you can see how he went up the wall there now. He was lucky not to go to the top of the wall. In fact, the way he hit that so
well, the
hard.
marshal is still falling backwards down there, and you can see whether or not there has been a wild swerve or something. We'll have to wait to get the absolute story on that. That's absolutely incredible. He must have hit that wall flat out.
Well, as fast as he could go up the hill, he came around the corner, and obviously he's had to change line because of the rescue truck out there. And that went so close to going over the top.
Get away, Chris.
Well, I'm standing in front of an empty pit. It's a sad, sad story, the Dick Johnson story in today's Hardy Florida 1000. Leading the race, he got on the top of the hill, and then an animal among the spectators decided to throw a rock at him. A huge rock was thrown in front of the car. Johnson hit it, crashed, and was out of the race. His car was put on the wrecking truck. He came back, and when he got out of the wrecking truck, I was there, he was crying like a baby. In all of my years in racing, I have never seen a man so emotionally shaken as was Dick Johnson. He almost couldn't walk. He was assisted to his caravan. He had his hand over his face, and he was shaking with sobs. It's really one of the saddest racing stories I've ever had the unfortunate business to report. Back to you, the tower.
Thank you very much, Chris. And there is the rock. You can see it there on the fence. That large, dark rock with some clothing just near it. It is unbelievable that anyone in the crowd could throw a rock on the track.
Well, thank you. I'm sitting here with a gentleman who has had perhaps one of the more unfortunate experiences in motor racing. First of all, Dick, are you all right physically? How hard a shot did you take in the crash?
Yeah, well, thanks to the safety equipment that's in the car, that there's no physical injury whatsoever.
Leading the race and things going your way, and the story is that someone decided to throw a boulder over the track and in your path. Is that a correct report?
Well, it was just as you crest the hill coming out of Forest Elbow, not Forest Elbow, out of the cutting, there was a rock. It was the size of at least an overnight bag, and it was right on line, and you cannot see it until you crest the hill. And unfortunately, I tried to avoid the rock, but because of these complete and utter irresponsible bloody morons.
I agree with you, totally.
That we have up there, I can honestly say that I will never ever race at Bathurst again until such time as they have a 20-foot high wire fence. The entire spectator areas are completely wired off from the track, because that is just so dangerous. I just couldn't believe my bloody eyes with these galoots up there that just throw boulders. Like, it was enormous. It was enormous.
It probably took more than one person to pick it up.
Well, I hit it with the left front tyre and the left rear tyre, and it just shattered the wheels, the tyres, the lot.
Terrible thing. Dick, that your operation, we've been told, is the private operation. What did that crash cost you in dollars and cents?
Well, unless I can get $40,000 to rebuild the car, you've lost me, because I've just had a gutful of the whole bloody operation, because it is just so bad in respect to spectators here that they get paralytically drunk, and they're paralytically drunk before 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's just, it ruins the whole race. We went out there and I ran the race for as long as I was in it to a plan where I would run 22s, which we ran for the first 10 laps or so, and then we would sort of button off the pace. We broke the opposition, absolutely demoralised them, and we could have buttoned off and run around 25s so easily. The car was doing it so easy. Everything was magnificent. And I owe a hell of a lot to all the boys in the crew, to all our sponsors from Palmer Tube Mills and Kilruss Paints, Brian Bird Ford, and the Bank of Queensland, and all those people in Queensland who support us. I really thank them very much, but believe me, I feel very, very disappointed for them.
Dick Johnson, Dick, just if I can interrupt, it's Mike Raymond in the commentary panel. Dick, the switchboards at all the 7 stations across Australia are jammed of people who are so upset about what has happened. And they, believe it or not, ringing and just genuinely pledging money to help you. Now, this has happened in the last half hour. Everyone knows what has happened to you. We want you to understand that everyone admires what you've done so far in your qualifying efforts yesterday, and also this morning in leading the race, and we'll keep you informed. I know the viewers across Australia are absolutely shattered by what has happened, the same as you are shattered. We all feel the same. Probably not a motor racing supporter who threw that, probably some idiot that just came in to cause a disturbance. So take time out and we'll keep you informed what happens, Dick.
Thank you very much, Mike.
One question for you. You've been in racing a long time. Have you ever been so emotionally let down as you? I saw you get out of the truck there. I can see you were touched right to the core. It had to be an emotional shock, more than the physical one. Has anything like that ever happened in racing before?
Never, because, you know, this was our big shot. We had stuck every single bulb into this.
Okay, and how long do you think it'll take you to get over it? For the rest of your life, I would imagine.
Oh, believe me, I'll be back. But, by geez, I won't be back here until they get that fence up, I tell you.
Okay, that's it from Dick Johnson, the man that crashed out of the lead because a spectator, or spectators plural, decided to throw huge rocks on the course.